he has been spending the time for the officers' movement, officers' welfare. And our Manjrekji told that even this time, we were able to get 15% instead of 13.5%. I know, my dear friends, one of the senior leader of part of the negotiation for UAB told that I got a mandate even for 12%. They started from 2%. And subsequently it ended up with 15%. It is only because of Sunilji. Only because of him. How can you call it the farewell, yeah? I rather fired Kislaya. Kuch acha naam jalai kar do. Good that he has printed as a felicitation to my leader, Mr. Sunilji. Acha kya. Friends, banking is a dynamic industry. In the sense that every time changes. It is a kind of industry which is very important industry, which is rather responsible for a change in the ever-changing the economy of this country. You know that? The factors of the economy. 4. Land, labor, capital and entrepreneurship. Any country which wants to improve, necessarily they must exploit their land and labor, and the labor should be converted into entrepreneurship, which is possible only with the capital. So necessarily any country which wants to come up, they must properly handle the capital. So the capital which institution like bank is a ever dynamic industry. And the people who are working in such industry must be dynamic, necessarily. We the officers are the dynamic people who are responsible for the betterment of this country, my dear friends. If the armed forces at the border, they are taking care of the external aggression of the enemies, preventing the invasion within this our nation. We are the warriors, the economic warriors inside this country. We are preventing the economic aggression on our economic policy. And we are responsible for the today's well-being of this country. Any rulers, they are coming and telling, today, the country became self-sufficient. So many foreigners, they are coming forward to invest in India. We were able to have so many infrastructure, roads, power, everything. Our Honorable Prime Minister going to various countries and claiming that my country is a self-sufficient. Come and invest in my country. You know who is responsible? Bank officers are responsible for that. And we are the person, particularly public sector banks. Because if you go through the history, any infrastructure development in this country, it is to be supported by the budgetary allocation. Otherwise, economic development will not take place by the government. In 1998, the country has changed its policy. And they started giving importance to the infrastructure development, which has really taken place in 2008. When the country wanted to introduce more amount of infrastructures, so that it will be able to invite the investments from the abroad, they changed the business also. That business composition was, when they are going for the infrastructure development of this country to achieve the self-sufficiency, they should not rely upon only the budgetary allocation. They should change the policy of the business, that private-public partnership. Only with that infrastructure is possible. So 2008, all the infrastructure development took place in this country. Today we are enjoying the very good road. Morning I was sitting with the Singsa. He was telling when he is going to the executives for the transfers, our executive used to say, it is only 150 kilometers, yeah. Jane dona. He used to say 150 kilometers nahi hai. It is 8 hours ka journey hai. Road ka hala aisa hai Bihar mein. This is what I used to argue, he was telling. But today it is not like that. I told you have to go to Ranchi tonight. Kaise jayenge? It is only 5 hours, sir. 5 hours. Kahan pe jayenge, sir? Who is responsible? You, nationalized bank, nationalizing officers are responsible, who built such a beautiful infrastructure for this. So I am telling you, this is a dynamic industry. In this industry, every time changes are taking place. So necessarily, officers of this institution and the trade union which is commanding these officers must also undergoing a dynamic changes matching to the changes taking place in the industry. 1966. 1966, I was 5 years old. Banks were in the private hands. No nationalization. Nationalization took place 1969. That was the time. This banking industry, they thought that we should have a trade union in 1966. Yes, I was invited to celebrate the birth ceremony of our Bank of India. 1965. Amara 1966. Canara Bank, 65. They have shown the place in a park, a small tree. In a park, in a small tree. The very idea of forming the Federation of Bank of India Officers Association was born under the tree only by around 5 people. 1966. They formed the trade union for the officers. Here all the youth must understand. There was a time no officers were directly recruited. During 1965 or 66. No officers. All the workforce were getting into the bank as a clerk, sub-staff. They were promoted from the cadres of clerk and sub-staff only. But that was the time in 1965, Bank of India officers thought, 1966 when Canara Bank officers thought, who were promoted from the cadre of the clerks, we must have a separate association for the officers before nationalization. And when they formed the organization, they thought this organization should be kept as a political organization. Because we the officers, supervisors, we are part of this management. Our primary job is take care of the country's economy. So we should have, while we are taking care of our rights, we must do our duties also. So these organizations should not be a part of political identity. We should have a separate association for the officers which is a political. Same thing happened in Canara Bank also. In 1966 we formed the organization. Fine, went on. 1969, the country thought the important factor of the economic capital should be in the hands of the government so that they can deploy properly and effectively and efficiently for the development of the nation. All the banks become nationalized. The Officers Association which formed then, 1966, before nationalization, it also underwent a change. The Officers Association remained as a political body, and they have gone along with the government because government idea this money, capital, banks money should be utilized for the nation's development. So we also took this objective, and we have been changing ourselves to the change in the situation of the nationalized bank, and we started working for the country's development. All the senior leaders, they may be knowing that. We have been working for only the nation's improvement. We never thought about making profit. We have been using all the capital, all our workforce only for the development of the rural sector, priority sector, women sector. So many things we did that. That dynamism took place in 1969. Went on well. Went on very well. 1991, suddenly, the government has thought that enough is enough, we must privatize the bank. In 1991 itself it was started. The then government, they thought that all the public sector banks, we will privatize. The trade union which was dynamically working at that point also, they only came forward, particularly the public sector banks, officers, organization, we come forward. It is not good for the country. We changed our style. We fought with the government. Banks should not be privatized. It should be in the hands of the government only. 1991 we fought. The nationalized bank officers movement, though we were not having a separate identity like INBO, but we fought for, because we are the persons to be elected, not State Bank of India, not the private banks, not the RRBs. Only the nationalized bank to be elected if we are following the government direction of privatizing the public sector banks. Okay, we were able to stop it. The government did not privatize the bank, but you know what they did? Again they reintroduced the private banks. They reintroduced the private bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, all Kotak Mahindra, all these fellows through reverse merger process, they became the banking sector. But we, the nationalized bank officers, We were keeping this bank alive. Friends, these private banks were enjoying a comfort of introducing new gadgets, new technology, youngsters in the banking system. Though the public sector bank, nationalized bank, we were having old people, old system, but we were able to manage more than 90% of the banking share. Market share, these public sector banks were handling that. Went on like that. But when they introduced the private banks coming into the system, necessarily to compete with the private bank, we also have to adopt after 91 technology innovations. We went from manual to ALPM, ALPM to the networking, branch networking, we went on. It went up to 2000. After 2001, we had to necessarily introduce, that time, necessarily introduce various new gadgets in the system. What you are having now is a core banking. That was to be introduced. The government of India has introduced a new system of sending the people from the public sector banks through SVRs. All the performing officers have gone out. Dynamism in the banking. Every 10 years it's happening. So now, responsibility of the trade union of the public sector banks, nationalized banks, changed the system. New people are getting recruited. And old people have gone out. New system is getting introduced. Core banking solution has come. Manual is not there. Friends, you all must be knowing that during 90s, using the calculator is considered as a computerization. Using the calculator. And employees union were resisting. Now it has come. We have to compete with the so-called new private sector bank, and we have to control the country's economy. We should continue to have the 90% of the market share in the banking. It was a responsibility of the public sector bank, nationalized banks. And the trade unions attached to the nationalized bank, they understood their responsibility. They started working towards that. That also we did that. And from 2001 to 2010, there was no recruitment. Government has told after the SVRs, no recruitment, banning. Whereas our business was going up, all the places we have been opening the branches, the so-called private sector banks introduced during 90s, they were sticking on to the profit making. Whereas the nationalized bank, public sector bank, we have ambition and objective is only one: work for the society, work for the economy. It is what we have been doing that. But in 2010, the average age of the public sector bank officers have gone up, 50, 52. Again, another question has come. It is a dynamic industry. We have to go for a recruitment. Core banking solution was introduced. A big question in front of the banks: should we go for a recruitment or not? The association, trade union for the officer, it also has to take a dynamic stand. Till then in the banking system, 80% of the officers are promoted from the class. We, the officer associations, we represent to the respective management in the public sector banks. Now after the computerization, now after the core banking solution, there is no need for recruiting the class. Better we go for the direct recruitment of the officers. These associations have represented. What I am trying to say that whenever there is a dynamic changes in the industry, how your trade union also, particularly officers organized in the public sector bank, nationalized bank, it is also subjecting itself to a metamorphosis to match to the changing scenario in the banking industry. Friends, we, Bank of India Association, Canara Bank Officer Association, we only represented. We need not go for the recruitment of the clerks now, because it is totally computerized. We need officers, because majority of the clerks are doing. Now it is being handled by the system, gadgets, customer themselves. You have to change it. We changed it. Because of that only, in these banks started recruiting every year the youngsters like you directly into the bank as officers. This public sector bank, nationalized bank officers, association, we did that. This youth should come into the bank as officers directly. It was a change we made. It went on. 2010, we started recruiting. We got young officers, and all over the country, we have been expanding with the assistance of you. All youth. 2014 are here. New government has come. The finance ministry has announced. Our former finance minister, Mr. Arun Jaitley, a dynamic announcement. He made. So far we have been thinking that government of India is supposed to manage the public sector banks. Because we have been doing what they direct. We don't mind whether we are making the profit or not. 2014 November, Mr. Arun Jaitley, he made an announcement. If any bank is not having the return on assets, return on investment, matching to the industry, if it is negative, those banks will not be getting the capital infusion. It became the baby of the Nationalized Bank Officers Federation. Because it is affecting only the public sector banks, nationalized banks. You know, against the imagination of us, that public sector bank, nationalized bank will not be closed, even if they are facing a loss. But the ministry has announced in 2014 November, 2015 onward, they started telling that if any bank facing a loss, that bank will be closed. Suddenly they imposed. And to facilitate this to be imposed, they started working from 2008 onwards. In 2008, when the entire world has faced the economic slowdown, most of the public sector institutions are provided banking sector. Generally, we will say that. The banking sectors in the Western countries had to be closed. But the only banking sector which was surviving in India, Asia, more particularly in India. There was a time that so many reports have come. Government itself has accepted that even this economic meltdown was taking place, which resulted in the closure of the banks in the Western countries. It is only India, these public sector banks, this nationalized bank, they stood as a rock against this. And they told that these are all the banks taking care of the economy. Their disbursement in the credit dispensation also more than the private sector bank. It was told in the 2008 and 2009. But subsequently, the government has decided to privatize us. So they made a statement in 2014 to facilitate the perhaps government initiatives. You know what they did? They introduced the various system. They introduced a system that all your non-performing assets will be converted into, all restructured assets will be converted into NPA, and your huge money, what you are having as a profit, which was earned by the hard work of the officers, will be used for provisioning against these ones. Banks like Bank of India, it was to post a loss in 2016 March. Banks like Canara Bank, which was paying 2014 में 110% dividend, 2015 में 105% dividend, 2016 March में loss है. Government का policy. Whatever profit you are earning, you make provision towards the NPA. Yet dynamism was introduced in the banking system. Who has to protect now the public sector banks? Who has to protect these nationalized banks? It is only All India Nationalized Bank Officers Federation, because it is a problem for them only. This is not the problem for State Bank of India. This is not the problem of RRBs. This is not the problem of the private bank. This is the problem of the only nationalized bank. Because government announced that if you are showing a loss, we will not be infusing the capital. It was the announcement. So again, leaders like Sunil Kumar, you know that? What is the kind of MOU you used to sign with the management for getting the capital infusion? We fought, we survived. Even after the government stringent conditions, we could survive and we were able to manage these banks to fall. It could happen only because of the nationalized bank officers. In 2015, because you all started joining the bank in 2010. Even the youngsters, you started guarding this bank. A dynamic change took place. Yes, of course, Mandirekji told that he was helping us in getting the wage revision, 15%, second option for the pension. Friends, I am not going to talk about the benefits what he got for the individuals. And persons like Sunilji is responsible for the public sector banks' continuation and sustenance in this country. And now what's happening? The banks which were held by this government of India now totally took the U-turn, and they are telling you go for the amalgamation and mergers. What is the use? A big question is in front of us. By amalgamating, अब क्या करना चाहते हैं? Syndicate bank is amalgamated with Canara Bank. अभी कुछ change है उसमें, function में, performance में, service में, business में, profitability में, क्या change हुआ यार? कुछ नहीं हुआ. 1000 branches को बंद करवाने का है. Job opportunity for the youth in this country is closing now. Because of the amalgamation of the Canara Bank and Syndicate Bank in the nation of the rationalization, we are going to close down 1000 branches. 1000 branches on an average 3 officers and 2 clerks. 5,000 youth of this country is going to lose their job opportunity because of the amalgamation. And we had to fight because it is for the nationalized banks only. Yes, we should have fought when the government of India has announced the amalgamation among the State Bank of India and its associates. We should have fought. But that time, I love to openly tell State Bank of India did not fight properly. When we are all telling that the mergers, takeovers, State Bank of India told, no, it's not a merger and a takeover, it is only amalgamation of the associate banks. And they have permitted it. We are unable to fight against that. Because they themselves welcomed it. State Bank of Hyderabad, they told it is better to go for the amalgamation, mergers. We want to merge with the State Bank of India. And State Bank of Trivandrum, they went to the extent of even passing a resolution in the Kerala Assembly against this takeover of the State Bank of Trivandrum with the State Bank of India. But State Bank of India and their officer association, they did not raise it properly, so amalgamation took place. It was only merger, it was only takeover, and we became a complacent by calling itself as an amalgamation. Within 1 year, Honorable Prime Minister has told that I am encouraged and motivated with the successful amalgamation of the State Bank of India, so I am introducing public sector banks also. Yeah. Now how many banks will be? What the government has achieved? Nothing. Job opportunities for the youth is getting compromised now. And now, another big question. The number of banks are going to be reduced. Government of India has already told that. They are going to reduce these nationalized banks as of 4 banks only. 4 to 5 banks they are telling that. I don't know whether Canara Bank will be there or not. Today also I have seen in the paper, Yuka Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, Central Bank going to be amalgamated with our Sunilji. पता नहीं Sunilji का next time क्या हो जाएगा? With IOB, Yuka Bank. My God, I have to see in itself this structure. What they are going to achieve, my dear friends? What will happen to the banking industry? Government is simply announcing all these banks are going to be amalgamated. And okay, they are going to reduce the public sector banks into only 4 or 5. That is not the question. The remaining banks, even the 4 banks also, 4 or 5 banks which are going to remain as the public sector bank, even nationalized bank, uska shareholding also will be brought down by the government of India. That's what indicated. Now itself, we are only having the 69 to 70% shareholding by the government of India. And as per the Companies Act, with which we are running the banking institutions, 30% shareholding is sufficient to have a control over the institution. 50% का भी जरूरत नहीं है. 30% काफी है. And to run the institution as a controller, Reserve Bank of India, there is no need for holding any share in the banks as per the Banking Regulations Act. So as per the Companies Act, you need 30%. As per the Banking Regulations Act, you need only 0%. Recently, Lakshmi Vilas Bank became privatized. In one day, they simply handed over to the DBS Bank. You know what they did? They announced the Lakshmi Vilas Bank shares became 0 and nobody can go to the court against his decision. And the DBS Bank got 2,500 crores ko bhej diya. And in this budget, in the financial institution also, they will increase the FII from 49 to 74%. What is the meaning of it? Anybody who has got money or our politician can bring the money through foreign countries, 74%, and they can buy any banks. It's going to happen. So this dynamism is taking into place. And all these things are going to affect the only nationalized banks. You understand it? That is what I am trying to say that. All the changes what the government of India is announcing, it is not going to affect the private banks who are already private banks. It is not going to affect the RRBs which are parent bank is there. State Bank of India totally protected. And if at all this the government decision is going to affect any bank, it is only nationalized banks. It is duty of every one of us to protect the nationalized banks. And who can do that? This dynamism is taking place. So necessarily All India Nationalized Bank Officer Federation also should metamorphose itself to matching to the dynamism taking place in the banking industry to protect the interest of the nationalized bank in this country. Why responsibility of Sunil Kumar ka upar hai? This responsibility. That is why I told our Kisliya felicitation program arrange kar dijiye. Farewell nahi hai. Because now Mr. Sunil Kumar has to take care of the entire nationalized banks. It's our responsibility.
Zindabad, Zindabad. Zindabad, Zindabad. Zindabad, Zindabad.
What are the changes announced by the government of India? In the name of the banking reforms, friends, you are all educated, literate. What are all the agenda of the government in announcing the banking reforms? One is amalgamation of the nationalized banks, one. Second one is not appointing the directors in the board of the banks from the trade union, appointing the outsiders managing directors to these banks. Understand? Reducing the government holdings in these banks and permitting your capitalists to come into the bank to invest. And another one is increasing the FII to 49% to 74%, so that the foreign entities will come into the India and they will take over the nationalized banks. And wage revisions and your pension issue, family pension, all these things are pertaining to only nationalized banks today. Private banks are koi matlab hi nahi. They don't have any role to fight. State Bank of India, it is always treated as a big brother. As our Manjari told that, they are already having PF for two benefits, PF and pension. We are only having one benefit. Pension ka, wo bhi updation nahi ho raha hai. That pension also, it is not getting updated. All our retirees, they are on the road. It is happening only in the public sector banks, nationalized banks. We are the persons to have representation in the board from the trade union. That is happening only in the nationalized bank. That is not happening. When we are having the literates like yes, our Manjari told that. Had he pursued his career, Sunil Kumar might have been a managing director of a bank. Because we have that much amount of literacy, experience, exposure in heading our own bank, but they are bringing the people from outside. That is also affecting us solely. Private people are coming inside. So today, what are all the issues faced by the industry, banking industry? In the name of the banking reforms, it is affecting the future of the bank officers of the nationalized banking sector only. So when these problems are there, necessarily we only have to fight against this. Privatization is not going to affect the State Bank of India. And privatization is not going to affect the private banks. Amalgamation is not going to affect the State Bank of India. Amalgamation is not going to affect the private banks. It is going to affect only public sector. Friends, I told that in 2010 onwards, the young educated people like you started getting recruitment in the banking system as officers directly. You know, the level of attitude of our officers today, I really wonder on this. People used to say that, oh, BCom, BSc, BSc Maths, only those people can join in the bank. That was a clerk. Nobody can come directly as officer because experience and the exposure chahiye bank officer banne ka. People will join only as a clerk. Whereas my youth today, with more than 38% of the women, they are having a dare to join in the bank as officers directly, and only because of their right attitude and positive attitude they are joining in the bank. Though their educational qualification is totally alien to the banking system. Engineers, B.Tech, computer. Never they thought after joining in the bank they have to go for the CASA, NPA, recovery, priority, retail, housing, third party. Never, but they were having a right amount of attitude. So even with that qualification, they joined in the bank. Not only that, even after joining in the bank, after knowing the bank what it is, in 3 years they are ready to take up the position of the managerial promotion also. All my women at the age of 30, 31, they are becoming senior managers and divisional managers. This is the attitude of the youth today joining the public sector bank. We have to take care of them also. And what way they are inferior to the officers in State Bank of India, my dear brothers? Ajga. It might have happened in the past. the quality of the officers will be different from the State Bank of India. But today my youth who join in this bank, 85% of the officers are average age of 35 and they are able to manage the huge business in all over the country. At the age of 31, 32, they are ready to get into the bank also as a manager, senior manager. They are ready to become the division manager, scale 4, scale 5 also. Why we should get after the wage revision 4 increments lesser than State Bank of India? Is it justified? Why we are not deserving for it, my dear friends? This question last week I posted to my MD. Last 30th, I met my MD, Canara Bank. I asked him, what is it, sir? Why our boys? He was telling that we earned the profit of total income of 53,000 crores and operating profit of 10,500 crores, net profit of 600. Badhiya hai, sir. Very good. You earned. It is not because of you, because you joined only last year. Okay. But it is all done by my boys who joined as a director officer, probationary officer in 2010. From 2010 se aaj tak they are working like a bull and they are responsible for this profit and benefit and the business. And how we are doing it. He asked me, kya chahiye aapko? What do you want? I told him, we also should get to 4 increments more than the wage settlement and State Bank of India is giving that. We demanded it. And I must thank my MD because the first time this demand has come. He told next joint conference, you give it as an agenda. You bring it as your association's agenda. Shortly we will have a joint conference. There we will record as a discussed item. And I will record I am favoring it. And I will sign that. And this agenda will be forwarded to the government. I will use all my might to influence the government of India because I am earning the profit to give at least 2 increments to the Canara Bank officers. Sorry, whether it is coming or not, that is a different issue. In these many number of years, we never thought about it. Itna solve ho gaya. I also joined in 1986 as a direct officer. Abhi 4 mahine mein retire hona wala hai. Okay, even I don't get what way I am inferior to State Bank of India. I am not given the 4 increments matching to the State Bank of India because I am also a performer in this bank. Thought has not come. This thought has come today. And we were able to influence the MD of the bank also that it should be considered. This thought can come only by the All India Nationalized Bank Officers Federation. Nobody can get to this idea because it is pertaining to the Nationalized Bank Officers. Once it is implemented in Canara Bank, Bank of India also will get it. Government of India cannot say that it is meant for only the Canara Bank. Nahi hota hai. All the public sector banks who are all going to remain in this country as a public sector bank, they also will be getting 4 increments more than the wage settlement. They will get it. Because my youth will be supporting them. What I am trying to say that these kind of dynamic thoughts will come only to the officers belonging to the public sector banks. And today whatever happening? Pension. Our officers. Kitna pension? The person who retired long back as a general manager, because of the non-obtainment of the pension, his pension is lesser than the today's retired clerk. What respect he will come on? Every paisa is available. Our government is says. Our government is says we are going to sell the shares. Friend, if you are able to read a book called No Regrets, it was written by Mr. D.N. Ghosh. He was IRS officer from West Bengal. He has written beautifully, who became a chairman of the State Bank of India. He has written beautifully why these nationalized banks were formed. He has written why Madam Indira Gandhi wanted to, because he was the person prepared that note to be placed in the parliament. That's what he is telling that. What was the force on me? And kindly go through that. He is talking about the importance of the trade union also. When the nationalized banks were nationalized, there was a big question in front of the finance ministry. Whether we should continue with the same chairman or have a chairman go. Badalne ka hai. There was a question. And उसका नाम था secretary, somebody, I forget, Bakshi, Mr. Bakshi. Mr. Bakshi was the secretary. Secretary asked Mr. D.N. Ghosh, अरे यार, this हमें nationalize करते हैं, the same chairman should continue. You know, Mr. Ghosh, what he told that? Sir, if you are asking anybody, they will be always giving a selfishness quoted ideas to you. What I should do? You call the trade union leaders. They only will be telling in the interest of the institution. They only. Friends, I am quoting what is written by D.N. Ghosh, who became the State Bank of India chairman. He wrote. And they called the trade union leaders to Mr. Bakshi's room, who was the secretary. And Bakshi was sitting there to question that how many banks is the same chairman to continue, and how many banks the chairman should be changed. And he was asking Mr. Ghosh, when the trade union leader comes, how I should behave. Secretary of the banking is asking. Sir, thoda comfort do sir. He is a trade union leader, sir. Perhaps, my dear friends, in banking was specialization with the trade union leader. You know, it is written by D.N. Ghosh. When the trade union leader entered, Mr. Bakshi was having a cigar in his mouth. They exchanged the cigars. He is telling, we exchanged the cigar. That is the kind of responsibility. That is the kind of importance. It was commanded by the trade union in this country, particularly the banking trade unions. He is telling further, Mr. Bakshi says, Mr. Ghosh says, if at all this nationalization became a success, if at all this priority sectors received a huge fund allocation from the government of India, if at all this nationalization has resulted in the expansion of the branches, it is only because of the trade unions in the banking sector. It is written by Mr. D.N. Ghosh. So, my dear friends, in this moment, we ought to write a new history. Because a very big dynamic changes is going to happen, it is happening. Obviously, there will be only 4 to 5 nationalized banks. And in those banks also, the government holding is going to be reduced to below 50%. No problem nahi hai. Our problem is not that they are reducing the government holding. Who will be holding the majority share? That is the biggest question in front of the public sector banks. Very big question. आप जानते हैं, recently, yesterday also I was sharing that. IDBI Bank was holding the 100% of the government of India holdings. 100%. Our former MD, Mr. Rakesh Sharma, became the MD of the IDBI Bank, and they sold the major share to the LIC, not to even the private fellows. LIC go. You know what LIC did that? Immediately after taking over, they took all the database of this bank and they started sending the LIC products ka brochure hota hai na, wahi. They sent to all the customers. Not only that, all the officers and the manager were asked to sell LI policies. It was in the newspaper last year. It was opposed. I am really wondering now. Suppose our shareholding is purchased by Reliance Vegetable Market. Our officer का manager का क्या हो जाए यार? All the so-called educated youth have to sell the vegetables. So we are opposing, my dear friends. It is not a laughable issue. It is a very serious issue. The country which was improving itself by nationalizing bank, by doing so, keeping the capital, which is the important factor of the economy, to improvise the country's economy, it is going to be handed over to the private. Not only that, in the name of amalgamation, they are going to consolidate all the spare banks. Ultimately, we will be only 4 or 5. And all the 4 or 5 banks may have to be or may be directed to cater the needs of the corporates. And who will be taking care of the villagers, rural, semi-urban, priority, all this sector? Only private banks. Area-based banks. They are going to take care of it. Is it not the time we, the officers working in the nationalized banks, not in the interest of us, to guard this country's economy, to guard this nation's assets? Is it not the time to fight against this evil design of the government and to stop this nationalization, not to get the benefit for us, to save this country? We must get into that. Good that we started from Patna today. Good, because big changes. Big changes in this country started from Patna only. Very big thing. It started from Patna. I am seeing our leader